Okay, so we're going to say this is part 2. My phone rang and it cut off the video. So we're going to look at this. If it happens again, I'm so sorry. Anyway, so we have to have three completely shaded in. I'm just going to use my pencil to do that. So maybe we can still kind of see the lines. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then 11 out of my 12 need to be shaded in on this particular one. So there I've created my picture for 3 and 11/12. So now we have 1 and 5/10. I'm just going to ask you, how many figures, you can kind of say it to yourself, do you think we're going to draw for this one? We have 1 whole and a fraction. So how many pictures should we draw? 2. Okay. So on this one, I'm going to draw in a rectangular form. And remember, we have to try to make them as congruent as possible. And the denominator tells me 10, so I'm going to divide these into 10 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that gives me my 10th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I made it a little bit too big, and since I don't have an eraser, we'll just have to, oh my, do something like that to mark it out. So here's one and here's one. Okay, so I have 1 whole. Okay, and this one needs 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so that's going to be my 1 and 5/10. Okay, now, so I think we probably understand that we can look at a picture and we can find how many holes it has and what the fraction piece is and put that together, and it would create our mixed number. Now, we need to look at improper fractions and kind of what that means. So we talked about this. It's when your numerator is larger than your denominator. So 6/4 is going to be an improper fraction. And that basically means I'm going to have more than 1 whole, because if I had a whole, I would have 4 out of 4. And this is 2 more than that. So that tells me I'm going to have a fraction or a mixed number. Okay, so that's what that means. It means I'm going to have a fraction greater than 1, so it's going to be a mixed number. Now, the bottom number tells me how many pieces my figures are going to be cut into. So I drew 2, and the only reason why I did that, I went ahead and did that, was to save some time. But if I were going to do this, I would draw 1 shape, I'd cut it into 4, and then I would shade in my 4 pieces. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. But I actually have to have 6. So that means I would have had to have drawn another shape, 5, 6. So this is a picture representation of 6/4. Doesn't that also look like something else we've been doing? Like mixed numbers? So this also equals 1 whole and 2/4. 1 whole and 2/4. So 1 and 2/4 is the same